Today, I'm going to reveal the 6 biggest mistakes importers make when they're importing product from China. My name's Adam Gilbourne, and since 2004 I've lived and worked in China. I've got getting on for 2 decades of experience working with startups, SMEs and Fortune 500 companies, helping them to sort out their China supply chain issues and to successfully import from China. Okay, so today I'm going to reveal the 6 biggest mistakes importers make when they're importing from China. Some of these mistakes may seem obvious to you, but keep watching till the end because the last one might just surprise you. Mistake number 1, sourcing and selecting. Now, every importer comes to China for price, yet most importers are aware that quality is equally as important. So here's a typical mistake that I've seen so many importers make over the years. First of all, they jump on Alibaba and they collect a whole bunch of quotes. With those quotes, they then discount the most expensive. They also discount the absolute cheapest, assuming that the quality won't be good enough. From there, with those suppliers left over, they then advance conversations talking about minimum order quantities, samples, lead times, payment terms, etc. From there, what they ultimately end up doing is selecting a factory based on a combination of a very good price and good communication. What's important to remember is that a good price and a good salesperson does not equal a suitable manufacturing partner for your business. Ultimately, poor sourcing and selecting leads directly to poor results. Mistake number 2, bad negotiation. Negotiating a price and price alone, in my experience, is pointless. You can get what you think is the cheapest price in the world, but unless you've nailed down the exact specification, materials, packaging, lead time, payment terms, quality standards, the price and price alone is useless. Finally, even if you've discussed and negotiated everything, so many importers don't get this in writing. So even if you think it's been agreed, if there's no record, good luck assuming that the factory salesperson has passed on every single detail to the production manager. To negotiate well, you should negotiate around multiple factors: price, specification, terms, and then get all of this in writing. Factories respect smart importers and are much more likely to be taken seriously by negotiating in the right way. Mistake number 3, no quality assurance. You've all heard the saying, the prevention is better than the cure. That's exactly what quality assurance is. Getting a sample and checking the quality before production. The product, how it assembles, the user experience, instructions, packaging, everything. So what we tried to do, or have done, is to reduce to the bare minimum, so it's very, very clear from the instructions point of view. What we've also done is we've put it so if you were to put this bracket on this way, for example, the wrong way. I've seen so many importers over the years either skip this process or gloss over it with no focus and attention. Quality assurance is the process of ironing out all and any issue, no matter how big or small, to ensure that mistakes are not mass produced in production. Mistake number 4, quality control. When you're importing goods from China, if there's one thing you must do, it's quality control. I've seen so many importers over the years, big and small, play Russian roulette with their business by bringing in goods from China with no form of quality control. Maybe they were naive, maybe they felt they could trust their supplier. Now, you might get away with this on 1 or 2 orders, but if you're going to be importing multiple products from multiple suppliers, bang, you will get hit and it will hurt your business. Manufacturing and supply chains are hugely complicated. One change of a worker, one change of a raw material supplier, one incompetent production manager asleep at the wheel can cause mass-produced problems across production. If you don't stop and deal with these problems while goods are in the factory, it will be you, the importer, dealing with these mass-produced problems when you receive the goods. And good luck trying to get the factory to pay for their mistakes after you've received and paid for your goods. Mistake number 5, numbers. On the surface of things, importing product from China is a pretty straightforward business model. You buy, you sell, and your business makes a margin. Yet over the years I've spent working with importers, a surprising number of them don't have a firm grasp on all of their numbers. For example, A, they don't clearly know their landed cost, their sell cost, and their net margins. B, they don't realise they don't have sufficient capital to fund their purchase plans in the first place. C, they don't forecast well or even at all, meaning they start to reorder as soon as they're running out of stock. So by the time the new order arrives, they've been out of stock for months at a time. I've seen so many importers who have great selling product, but they're only ever in stock for 6 months of the year. D, they don't order and forecast ahead around the Chinese holidays, meaning further inventory related issues. Mistake number 6, China culture. Over the years, I've seen hundreds of businesses come to China and make a pig's ear out of dealing with their China manufacturer. For all sorts of reasons, often this can be attributed to bringing a Western mentality to doing business in China. Often the two don't mix. For example, taking things at face value. In China, you should never assume anything. Yes can often mean no, and no can often mean yes. China has an extremely old, rich, and complex history. There's often a story behind the story, things are often not quite as they seem, and I've seen countless importers get very frustrated very quickly, and generally that doesn't end with successful imports from China. Relationship and trust. In China, relationships are highly valued. If you can build an excellent relationship with the boss of a factory in China, even if you're a smaller customer to them, the support and cooperation you can get can lead to the most amazing results. Things get sorted, problems get solved, you get what you want. This is certainly something that we understand at Easy Imex, as we know it's this intangible thing that can yield such good results for our clients.